We, the Brits, have an untouchable track record when it comes to international punch-ups. Why? We haven't lost a war in over 1,000 years. We're currently undefeated World War champions of the world. Which begs the question, why do the Brits win every war? Do they?
We're launching a debate to find out if us Brits are as good at war as we like to think we are. In each episode, I'm being joined by a proud patriot from a country that was once our enemy to separate the fact from the fiction of our famous fights.
This way, please. Trooper, where's my tank?
Ta-ta! Here we come, the Romans in Britain.
Was it our superior weapons?
Yakita.
Our superior temperament?
I mean, do I have to do everything here? Do I have to do everything?
Or superior allies? Was it good old British pluck? Or a bit of luck?
It's like the end of Dad's army.
It's time to find out.
I am ready for the games to begin.
Oh, crikey!
Why do the Brits win every war? Hello, chaps. Well, check me out. No prizes for guessing which war we're talking about in this episode. The Second World War, which Britain was, of course, at the heart of from the start to the finish. And the British approach to fighting that war was to use steel, not flesh. Industry, technology, intelligence. And nothing epitomises that approach better than this, the iconic Supermarine Spitfire.
Oh, yeah!
Supermarine Spitfire. It's the pinnacle of British engineering, industry, and everything that entails during the Second World War.
Honestly, be still, my beating heart. Designed by the brilliant R.J. Mitchell and his team at Supermarine, the Merlin-engined Spitfire made its maiden flight in March 1936, as Britain rearmed in the face of a rising German threat. The Spitfire's role in winning the Second World War is one of many war stories I just can't get enough of. We've all seen the classic films about those dramatic years. Now I'm on an adventure to discover the truth behind some war stories we love and think we know. Could our legendary capture of the Enigma machine in fact have been less vital than the advent of microwave technology?
Long word in German.
Has the prowess of German tanks been exaggerated to excuse humiliating defeat in a battle the Allies should have won?
Reloading!
Was our plucky underdog fight in the Battle of Britain much more of an even contest than we've ever been taught?
I'm feeling the pressure.
And just how important was Britain's role on D-Day?
Did we bring a ladder?
To help me on my mission to see history from a different perspective, I've roped in some help. Waiting down there to join me is someone whose views on the Second World War I'm really keen to hear. The brilliant comedian Henning Wehn.
Why did he make me come here?
Did I mention he's German?
Where is Al then? Probably up there showing off or some nonsense, re-winning the war 80 years after it happened.
Showing off, Henning? Doesn't sound very British. Oh, go on then.
Some people, honestly.
It's time to meet up and start lifting the lid on some big Second World War stories.
Henning!
Winning the war again?
Yes, well, of course. I mean, with something like this, we can possibly fail to win. This is a British icon, no two ways about it, Henning. There's a Messerschmitt in there if you want to have a look. Shall we? Come on.
Henning, this is the main adversary of the Spitfire, the Messerschmitt 109. You must have seen one of these before.
Never. First time.
Really?
First time we weren't taught about it at school. It's a big cultural difference.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have first idea this is a Messerschmitt. No idea what it's meant to look like.
Wow.
Even like when they go, oh, a Hurricane and a Spitfire and a Messerschmitt, then I genuinely have to think, now which one's the German again? And then if
Well,
you
it's the
were
one
to
with the
tell me-
German name.
To start my big push to open Henning's eyes about the Second World War, I brought him to Ashdown Army Camp.
Carry on, men.
Somewhere we can soak up the military vibe.
Carry on, soldier. Afternoon, ladies.
And dig into the real history of the war.
Perfect historical reenacting, fully working camp. There's a naffy, there's an anti-aircraft gun, there's a watchtower. The war is not over, look at it. Isn't it fantastic?
What is this?
Clearly, there's lots to do to fill the gaps in Henning's Second World War knowledge.
Meow!
Meow! Oh, pardon the reenactment, but the Battle of Britain is a perfect moment in British history when the few soared mightily in the azure blue skies over Britain and showed the Luftwaffe who was boss with some meow and some Look, right, all right, I'll admit it, I don't know the exact numbers, but if the modern RAF is anything to go by, the RAF had something like 3 planes and the Germans 2,000, and we still whopped their ass. God save the king. We all know the familiar tale about our greatest air battle, which raged over our skies from the 10th of July to the 31st of October, 1940. Outnumbered RAF pilots facing an onslaught from German flyers already battle-hardened and victorious in the skies over Europe. Our defences at the mercy of relentless surprise attacks. Our equipment barely up to scratch. Our chances of survival tiny. But is that the whole story? Or even the story at all? Maybe our view of our finest hour owes a bit too much to big-budget films. You know, like Battle of Britain, lovingly recreated here, because we couldn't afford the original.
The German war machine, proud and defiant, prepared for the invasion of England. The great battle would be fought in the sky.
Michael Caine, whilst running to a Spitfire, whilst being shot at.
Don't just stand there. Get me in the air.
History's mightiest air force against just a handful of courageous young men and a handful of Spitfires.
Laurence Olivier, whilst putting on glasses.
We're fighting for survival, but we're losing. We need pilots. And the miracle.
Battle of Britain.
So how close is movie history to real history? To find out, we've come to Bentley Priory Museum, the wartime HQ of RAF Fighter Command.
Right, Henning, this is probably the most important room during the whole of the Second World War.
This one?
Yes, and Tim is going to explain to us why and what it is.
Well, thank you, Al. It is indeed the engine room of the Dowing System.
Right.
Now, the Dowing System represented a whole host of technologies and people and processes which were brought together to do one thing, and that was to command and control the Battle of Britain.
To track the Germans as they're coming towards
track
the
them,
British Isles.
And then for the commanders to mount an appropriate response.
Far from being unprepared for German air attacks, Britain had the most sophisticated early warning system in the world, set up and waiting for them. Radar towers, like this on the English south and east coasts, were central to the Dowing System, the air defence network named after and masterminded by the Commander-in-Chief of RAF Fighter Command, Air Chief Marshal Sir Hugh Dowding. Radar signals were interpreted in operations rooms, which issued instructions both to fighter squadrons and to anti-aircraft forces on the ground. The system could process and deliver huge amounts of information very quickly, meaning we knew exactly where the Germans were coming from and when. And this filter room at Bentley Priory really was at the heart of it.
Around this table, you see represented here with these girls with the head and breast sets on, each of them is connected to one radar system known as the long-range surveillance system. And they're represented on the table with these coloured markings.
After some expert instruction from Group Captain Wilbond, it's time for Henning and I to plot the path of a German Luftwaffe raid. Every second counts.
Now, you have a minute to get the first 2 positions and put an arrow on.
Yeah, so that's the pink line and the purple line where they intersect. Looks like there. I'm aware that the clock is ticking down.
You're actually slightly off.
I'm slightly off.
Oh, dear.
You've got to be very precise. No, right on the intersection.
Right on the intersection. It's there, right, OK. Yeah, put the 30 seconds burned up then in no time at all, and I'm feeling the pressure, Henning.
So less chatter, more pointing.
Less chatter, more pointing.
Just as well I wasn't doing this for real in 1940. Not that Henning's much use either.
So this is here, give or take. And it is a give or take game, isn't it?
Tim, this raises a question. The British aren't seen as efficient. The Germans are seen as efficient. Are you saying actually what you have here is that the British system is incredibly efficient, very well organised, and more than that, it works? That's what we're saying here.
It is quite remarkable. You had to aim for accurate as you could be, as fast as you
quickly
can.
as possible.
Yeah.
Carefully planned, expertly executed, the Dowing System gave Britain's defence forces a critical advantage in confronting the Luftwaffe, an enemy with major limitations. The fuel capacity of the German fighters meant they could only spend a few minutes over Britain. Once their escorts turned back, the Luftwaffe's Junkers, Heinkel and Dornier bombers lacked protection against the Spitfires and Hurricanes of the RAF. And it wasn't just the technology that was well drilled and efficient. Critical to taking advantage of our sophisticated radar was ensuring our pilots got airborne quickly. For the young flyers of the RAF, average age just 20, making it into the air as fast as possible was a matter of life or death. So, do Henning and I have what it takes to take a squadron into battle quickly enough to save the day?
Check.
Yeah, OK, fine. I am really bad at chess. By the way, you're not here to play chess. What we're trying to do, Henning, is recreate the Scramble feeling. So they would sit literally right by the planes there and wait.
Yeah, that bit I could deal with.
But you're waiting for the bell to ring, and when the bell rings, that means you've got to rush to your aeroplane, and then you get in the aeroplane and off you go.
Might never come back.
Exactly. And the Luftwaffe are trying to make sure you don't.
And then this game would be void.
Oh, right.
Oh.
We're on.
Oh, we're running even. Oh. There is a war to be won. Our mitraillers are coming down.
Right.
See you up there.
Oh. Get in the plane, Henning.
Forgot me keys.
Well, that's one raid missed. Come on, Henning, scramble faster.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Go, Henning, go.
I'll be up there in a minute. Oh, I'm cream
Okay.
crackered already.
This is going very well, Henning.
So here,
He's done it his way.
I don't
Can't
want no
argue.
accident here on the tarmac, innit? Oh. Now this is the relaxing bit, the flying.
That was very strong.
Looks like Henning can squeeze in more comfortably than me.
We have to finish the game of chess.
Yeah, we'll finish the game of chess when you're back, old chap.
Lovely. Okay.
Jolly good. See you
Bring
later.
anything from the continent? Croissants or something? There's so many displays on here, isn't there? There's about like, I don't know, you have to keep your eye on so many different things.
Yeah. But whoever flew this managed to do that, because there's like 6, is what they call kills, and there's 6.5 kills that this plane's been credited with. Those little German crosses.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure I like this.
You're not sure you like that?
It's essentially a killing machine I'm sitting
Well,
in.
that's the thing. Is people go on about how beautiful Spitfires are, but that's what they're for. Killing. The thing with the Battle of Britain is the story we like to tell ourselves is plucky little Britain holding on, and just by our fingernails. But there's much more to it than that. We were super organised and ready for them, and they didn't realise that.
Not only that, in a huge, truly national effort, men and women across the country worked flat out to produce the Merlin engines and the aircraft to take the fight to the Luftwaffe. By the 15th of September, the tide of the Battle of Britain turned decisively in favour of the RAF.